Hello everybody, I'm Kim, and today we are going to make a Father's Day card. And as you can see right here, I've already got my envelope already made, which we will make together real quick. And then I'm going to make a Happy Father's Day card using a couple of different techniques. So as you can see, I've got a globe, which is one of our new $5 dies, and this stamp, interesting stamp die right here. I also use the Tim Holtz paper distresser on the edges of my card, and I open it up and I've got the other stamp piece right here. So let's get started. Let me show you a couple of items before we completely get started. So those dies I was talking about, this would be the globe die. It is 2 pieces and I already cut mine out, so we're going to use the blending brushes to ink with this. And then that stamp set looks like that. So you get 3 different ones, and again, it's the $5 dies. I cut out the map paper with using this particular die, but each one can work just perfectly. And as you can see, oh, actually I used the 2-piece one. I thought I used the, oh yes, I did use the 2-piece one. Okay, just double checking what I already did. So using this guy out, I've had a lot of questions about what do you do with that. So I've got 2 different techniques to do. Cut them out in matte paper, which I will show you in just one moment. That would be Memory Place Around the World 12 by 12 collection. Got lots of different colors, what have you. And then obviously it's double-sided. So that would be the paper that I'm using today. And then the cardstock that I'm using is just called Frappuccino, and it's got a texture to it as well. So I just cut this out. I did not use our A2 card bases, but it is an A2 card that we are going to make. So I'm just going to fold that. I didn't cut it out with the base and card layering die because I wasn't going to use the layers. And actually I wanted to use the paper distresser, so I guess I could have, but I just didn't at the moment. So as you see, I folded it, but I am going to use my Teflon bone folder to give it a nice solid crease right there. I'm going to use this guy, which is called a paper distresser. And so if you notice, this has got little ridges in there, and it's got a blade, so you can run your paper along it and get a distressed look, which I will show you. That's what that guy looks like. Let's take a look at it before I ink it. So it's just going to rough up your edges, and it's going to sound like you're ripping your paper a little bit. So I'm doing it with it folded, which I don't know if that's a great idea or not. It's kind of bending it a little bit, but I just wanted a little bit of a rough edge right there. Okay. As you can see, a little bit different right there. So roughen up the edges. It kind of looks like you just ripped it. Oops. And that would be the Tim Holtz paper distresser. Little handy tool right there. And you can see all my little shavings that I need to clean up. Okay, so that guy is all distressed on the edges, and I am going to ink that. But before I do, let me show you how I'm going to lay this out, because I'm going to ink and speed through the video. We're going to lay out 2 of these guys, right, just like that. And I am going to ink the edge. I cut that out just on a brown cardstock, the edge of the globe, and then we're going to ink the entire globe. I'm going to do the blues and the greens to represent the globe, and I'm going to use my inking, our blending brushes. So here is what some of them look like, our purple handle ones. And then we get a lot of questions. Why is this dark? Is it already used? No, these are not used. They are all brand new. Yes, purple, nice and fun. But that's called a dark hair sable. And sable is the best type of brush for blending. So if you do any sort of acrylic painting as well, it is the best for blending. So this is dark-haired sable is what our brushes are. So that is, oh, got a loose hair right there. So I'm going to be using these three right now, which I want a larger one for a little bit larger surface, and I want these little guys to get in there as part of my earth and water series that I'm going to be blending. So let me stop, switch my paper a minute, and then we'll do some blending. Okay, let's blend. So I'm going to start with this guy. I'm using Distress Tea Dye Color, and I'm going to use my large brush. I'm going to pounce it on something else first, just to get that first hit. It's like when you put blush on, you want to wipe it on something else before you put it on your face. So I just want to add a little bit of a dark color on this particular guy. And I'm probably going to get my fingernail in that too. So I don't really want to do that. So we're just adding a little bit of depth to this guy. Okay, just a little bit of that. And then I'm going to ink my middle piece as well. All right, so that guy is done, and I'm going to, let's see, add just a tad bit right there. All right, tea dye's done. Let's move that guy out of the way. Let's do the earth now. Okay, now we're going to go in for little brushes. So I'm going to start with this particular guy, and I'm going to do Ranger Letterit and olive color. So we are going to do earth first. Yes, I'm going to do circular motions, but I kind of like to go back and forth as well. Going to add in some Shamrock Green. All right, let's go for Distress Ink Weathered Blue. Gonna change brushes right here. All right, we are going to change up the blue, and I have just a pigmented ink blue to lighten that guy up a little. Ooh. Really light. Okay, I gotta take a little bit of blending right there. All right, we got a really dark ice cube up there going. All right, let's now go back to putting everybody together. All right, where is our little tape gun? So let's get this guy going. We are going to line this up ever so gently, and then I'm going to take a second piece. Now I cut this 2 pieces out. My maps don't match, and I'm okay. I want it to look a little bit on the crazier side, and I want to use my Zig fine point. It's going to take me all the way around ever so gently. We're going to put that guy right there, line that up. Whoop. Okay, now where did my earth go? Let's get some earth going on right here. Okay. All right, let's get our globe. Oh, I like the blue better now on a little darker surface. All right, we're going to add a little bit of Wink of Stella just to glitter up the water part. Okay, we're going to glue the inside now. Whoop. And then we will finish with doing a little Happy Father's Day on the outside. I want to get this lined up. Alrighty. And then we are going to put our Happy Father's, we're going to do Happy Father's Day because I want those little lines to show right there. So let's get this guy going. All right, and I like to do my things on an angle. Happy Father's Day. All right, your card is ready to go. You could always put in life was meant for great adventures, let's go travel, but you've got lots of options that you can do. Ooh, let's ink the edges of that, really, to get that guy to stand out a little bit more. There we go. Okay, so I got one more technique to show you guys. All right, so the card's done. Now, let's take a look at what else you can do with this particular thing. As you can see, I've got some flowers right there. And what I was going to do is you can cut these out with pattern paper, obviously, and use it. But how about we cut it out on a solid color paper and then stamp it? Now, wouldn't that look really cool if you stamped it like something like that, and then perhaps colored that and cut it apart and put it on a card? So you guys have lots of options to do with this fun little stamp die. But for now, we are going to celebrate Father's Day. So happy Father's Day, everybody. Enjoy!